I am so excited about what's about to happen, everybody. So whether you are grabbing flowers at Trader Joe's or a local farmer's market, you can learn how to design professional-looking flower arrangements at home.
Yeah, the Work Seattle offers a variety of creative classes, including how to create the best shape and structure with different types of flowers. And joining us to share some tips and tricks to impress your loved ones this Valentine's Day, founder of the Work Seattle, Kelly Fallon. Hey.
Hey, good morning.
Good to see you again. We met when I came and did that fun mocktail making class.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us some more about all the other cool classes you have going on.
Yeah, we call ourselves the Works because we do a little bit of everything. So cooking classes, all kinds of different botanical topics, everything else in the creative realm, watercolor, punch needle, block printing. Yeah, we do a little bit of everything.
Wonderful. So I think that a very timely tip right now is how do we keep our flowers looking beautiful or make beautiful arrangements even if the flowers are looking droopy?
Yes, great question. This is definitely a timely one. I like to think about, you know, us Seattleites, we love picking up flowers at the farmers markets or at our favorite grocery store, and they look beautiful when they come home. And if all you do is undo the paper and plop them in a vase, that's great too. But if you sort your flowers into piles and have a little bit of design tips in mind, you can kind of take your grocery store bouquet to the next level.
I love it. You want to show us how to kind of create that shape and structure?
Yeah, so the first thing I like to say is, you know, when we think about flower arrangements, and if you're ever gifted flowers, like for Valentine's Day, oftentimes they'll come in a clear vase, which is beautiful. But a pro tip just right off the bat is if you use a ceramic vessel versus glass, right away it makes your arrangement pop because you're not looking at the stems, you're focusing right in on the flowers. So
it looks more luxurious, I would say.
It really does, yes.
I like that word.
Yeah.
My next pro tip is, I don't know if you can see this, but right here I've got halfway built what's called an armature. So remember the days of floral foam?
Yes.
So floral foam isn't great for the environment, so we're sort of beyond using that. But this is floral tape. You can pick it up around town at any of the craft stores or floral supply. And all I'm doing is making a kind of a 3x3 grid here. As I get tape tangled on my hands, just to give myself, this is great if you're you consider yourself a total newbie to floral arranging. This is just right off the bat going to give you some structure and let you think about your shape. Okay. So that's what that looks like when it's finished. It just gives you some holes to work with. And I was saying on this horizontal shape arrangement, the first thing I did was set my structure. And so if I had been trying to do that just with stems, they kind of wobble around. You can't get what you want. So this gives you some structure to get started. And eventually you have enough stems in your arrangement that you maybe don't need it as much. But this is a really good way to get started.
And do we start with the blooms or with the leaves?
We start with the leaves. So I did one with greenery here.
This already looks pretty.
Honestly, this little bloom that's in here, he broke on the way over, so I just stuck him in there. So that's why he's living there.
We still love him.
We like to use what we can. So this finished one is a horizontal shape. This in process one is more of a centralized shape, kind of classic arrangement. So just to demonstrate the difference, we're working with the exact same kind of materials here, but the difference of what you can do. You can also do more of a radiating shape, so kind of that wild, whimsical, which is one of my favorite looks. So what I've done here is, you can't see it, but underneath is the tape, the armature, and then I put my water in. Floral tape will stick to anything when it's dry, and then you can add water after. This is definitely different than, don't try to do this with Scotch tape. You'll be disappointed.
I would have done that. I would have done that.
Good tip.
Yeah, so then the greens we're working with here are eucalyptus. I chose this because even at Trader Joe's, you can always pick up just, you know, your whatever blooms you like from the affordable flower bin, and then grab an extra pack of eucalyptus. That's another tip for you, because these arrangements, part of what makes them look kind of next level is the amount of greenery. You can even go foraging if you've got a backyard garden. Get creative. In the winter, you can use sticks and blooms. So this is already set up to be centralized, and the next thing I like to do is start adding blooms. So we've got foundation blooms and we've got statement blooms. I brought roses because it's Valentine's Day.
Yes, absolutely.
Give them a sniff.
You accept this rose?
I'll accept it.
Here's a few other design tips for you. Let me take one of these long ones. So this, if I just stick it in like this, is going to be way too long.
Yeah.
So here's a rule of thumb that you can kind of just put in the back of your brain. And you can just measure this on the table, even at home. So in general, I would look for your stem to be 1.5 times, no more, than the height of your vessel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's the height of my vessel plus like half, and then I'm just going to measure that hold it, measure it on the table, hold it with my hand. By the way, you can do this with scissors at home if that's all you've got. These are just pruners, nothing fancy. A lot of folks who garden will have these too. And just give it a snip. And now, remember, you can always take more, but you can't
put it back.
So when in doubt, start slow. Then I do like to take the leaves, any leaves that will be below the water line, I like to take off for 2 reasons. One, it helps keep your water clean, and that makes your bouquet or your arrangement last longer. And 2, if you're going to change your mind about the placement of this, which I inevitably do, you're going to be able to take it in and out much more easily if the leaves aren't there to get stuck. So I like to just start playing, right? I'm going with a centralized look. The other thing I like to think about at home is, where am I going to put this? Is it going to be on the dining room table? And so you want to be able to have it look good all around. Or is it going to be a horizontal piece that's more like on an entryway table, and it actually is going to have a forward-facing orientation.
That is beautiful.
And then I just encourage folks to play. So, everybody's got their own unique style. You cannot do this wrong. The one that I trimmed here to show you all, I think is a little long, so I'm going to pull it back out. Take another inch and a half off of it, place it back in. And so we're working with roses today. This is actually a mum, and so also classic, like very available grocery store flowers. We can,
and tulips in season right now.
We can mix them. Everybody's probably familiar with the rule of 3s, right? So aesthetically, to the eye, things look better in odd numbers. So I like to go for 3s or 5s. And then I like to think about, in a grocery store bouquet, or if I'm piecing this together, from the market, what's a touch of whimsy? Because it's like a little unexpected.
Something fun.
And so tulips are a great example of that. Locally grown, coming into season. There's all kinds of little, textures.
Well, this is so amazing and fun. We're going to keep playing with this, but I do want to thank you for coming to visit us. And you can, of course, check out the works, and there are many creative classes, including macrame plant hanging, screen printing, beeswax candles, candle making. So it's all very, very fun. We do have a link up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
And still